Hello all, what you are seeing here is a simple peak detector circuit. So what is a peak detector circuit? So let us assume we have a simple sinusoidal waveform and we just wanted to detect the peak voltage of that. So generally where we see this scenario is let us assume we have a Hall sensor kind of mechanism where we wanted to detect the magnetic field, peak magnetic field. Then this could be one of the circuits that can be used there. So there are other scenarios in data logging operations as well where we want to detect the peak. So the core of this circuit is a diode and a capacitor which form the peak detector circuit. The diode we have used normal 4148, so it can be used based on the voltage drop requirements. So we have used 1N4148 for explanation purpose, and also simulation wise we have this diode available, and then a 1 microfarad capacitor. Again, this also depends on how long you want to hold the voltage and then the amount of current that you can source, and at what rate you want to detect the peak. So there are many factors that determine the capacitor. So but this is a simple circuit. Now for this we used a simple voltage source which generates a sine wave. If you see here, the sine wave which has a offset of 2.5 volts with a 2.5 peak and then 100 hertz and then we are generating 5 cycles. So this is the voltage source that is used, and this voltage source is provided to the non-inverting terminal, and then to the inverting terminal there is a feedback. So a simple voltage follower circuit is used before this peak detector circuit. So this voltage follower circuit, if you see, is formed by OP77, which is op-amp from analog circuits, and this is powered using a 12 volt supply. So this 12 volt supply is just to see that we cover the maximum range here. So here the maximum voltage is 5 volts. So OP77, if you see the data sheet, it can operate up to 22 volts as well. So the need for this voltage follower at the input is just to see that this diode is not loaded. This peak detector circuit especially is not loaded, because when you provide this input directly to diode, and once the diode is on, you have a very low impedance circuit, here. Very low impedance means high current will be drawn on the source and that will load the source, right? So to eliminate that scenario, we have used a voltage follower. Okay, so this voltage follower, we know it has a high input impedance and low output impedance. So high input impedance meant the loading on the source is lesser. So that's what the circuit that is used here. And then there is a that is transient, that is being analysis, that is being used for 5 cycles, and then it is analyzed at a temperature of 45. This is how this simple circuit is. And now this circuit can be used in your application to detect the peak. So let us try to simulate the circuit to see how it operates. So you can see here we said 2.5 is the offset. So if you try to probe the input as well, you can see, so this is the input waveform, and then this the blue is the input waveform and the green is the output waveform which is detecting the peak. So we have a voltage drop here because of this diode. So there are several other mechanisms which can be implemented to eliminate that, or in programming we can add that offset. So this is done at 45 degrees. Now if we want to do this, let us assume we want to do this at 85. 85 is the operating voltage of this op amp within that range. So when you try to operate this, use this, so during that range whatever we have done, it looks okay. But you see that over a period of time, when that 85 degrees centigrade is maintained, due to slight way as the junction temperature increases, if you use it over a period of time, the voltage might slightly drop. Now the same scenario, if you use it for 105 degrees, okay, so you can see here over a period of time the voltage drops on this diode. So this is how this is at various operating temperatures also we can determine the performance of this circuit. If the temperature is well within our range, over a period of time the output is going to held at its high level, but with varying temperature it is reducing. So for guys who are just starting, how to add this temperature in LTSpice. So if you go to .op here, you can see .op here, this is a spice directive, and then here you just have to type .temp. You can also give different ranges, 25, 50, 125, and determine the waveforms, or you can just give a simple temperature which you require and then put it here. So this is how the temperature can be done. So this temperature is applied across the circuit, and then the output voltage is determined. So most of our guys wouldn't have done with the temperature, but LTSpice here is helping us to determine the temperature variation with respect to temperature. And then the peak detection is always a useful scenario here. So the main parameters, selection of the capacitor, and then selection of the diode to compensate for voltage drop, and then a voltage follower circuit with a voltage above the peak voltage of the input. And if you are connecting this to some microcontroller or something, to microcontroller ADC or any digital pin, definitely it should be ADC, because we are detecting peak, and then there are slight variations here, right? So it would be an ADC, and we know that it has a good high impedance, so if required through a resistor we can connect it to a microcontroller as well. So several scenarios that can be determined out of this. So hope it helped you. Please let us know if you have any questions. Please post your comments. Please subscribe and like our channel. Thank you.